Alright, so in this video, we're going to be going over um, the weapons banner and when I feel like it might be potentially worth it to um, pull from this banner, right? So first we'll go over the math, right? If you're going to pull from the standard banner or from the event banner, the character banners, right? The percent chance to get a 5-star is 1.6% if we include the pity, okay? And this video is mainly for people who are willing to spend on a banner at least enough for one pity, okay? Um, if we look at this weapons banner, right, the percent chance here, including the consolidated prize, right, or the consolidated probability, um, including the pity, right, is 1.850%, okay? That means you're gonna be pulling a 5-star from this banner 0.25% more often than from the other banner. And some people look at that and they think like it's pretty much the same, right? There's no point in pulling from this banner unless you know, there's just no point because it's almost the same rate, right? But if we consider things in ratios, right? This you're gonna get a 5-star 0.25% more often than the other banner, right? But we look at it as a ratio and compare the two, right? Like you're gonna be pulling a 5-star from here 15% more often than the other banner, right? So we could say, okay, 15% more often, or you could say that you're going to save 15% on pulling from this banner, right? And that is, actually kind of significant if you think about it, right? Um, if we do the math, right? That's 15, let's say the pity is around $200, right? That means per average you're going to be saving $30. And so, if you have a budget that you set for spending on games every month or whatever, um, you know, you save 15% or that $30 and then you can use that $30 for something else, right? Like let's say you want to use it for the Welcome Moon or you want to use it for the Battle Pass or whatever, right? Like you're going to save, per pity like 30 bucks. So, it does add up, like especially for those people who are willing to spend a lot of money. Like that adds up, um, pretty quickly, right? If it's $30 out of 200, then that means you're saving $150 out of 1,000, and that's already almost enough for like its own pity, right? So, I think that it can be worth it to pull from this banner, but one thing that I would consider is I would not pull from this banner unless you're happy with either of these prizes or just like really almost like any 5-star weapon in general, right? Like if you're gonna pull a 5-star weapon and you're gonna be disappointed, then don't pull from this banner. That's what I think. Because, you know, like all the 5-star weapons are, at least right now, right, they're all pretty good. Okay, they're all useful, right? Some people say this Lost Prayers of the Sacred Winds is trash, and the Wolf's Gravestone is really good, and that's kind of like, you know, like, because I use both, and I know that they're both good, but if you have that idea, then, like, you can think that, right? But then if you're gonna pull from here, and if you get the Lost Prayer, like, you're just gonna, like, not use it, and you're gonna be upset, and you're gonna be like, oh, it's trash, we're a waste of money, and all that, then don't pull from this banner. Because there is no pity individually just for the Wolf's Gravestone. The pity is for either or. So you can get 5 of these books and no claymores, or you can get 5 claymores and no books, right? You can get 10 and none, right? There's no pity for either of them. It's the pity for both. So I think um pull from this banner if you're gonna be happy with either of these. Don't pull from this banner if you only want one, right? And even better, like pull from this banner if you're cool with any 5-star weapon, right? Because we look at my inventory, right? I do have some 5-star weapons that I'm not really currently using. Like this is level 20, you know, not refined once. I mean, not refined once. Ascended once, right? This is level 1. I haven't used it at all. But I wasn't disappointed when I got these, you know, because um like this is really strong. If I do eventually get a spirit carry or if I do level up my Ling, like this is pretty good. And this is really good for a physical damage carry or just any bow carry, right? Because it's got crit rate, right? And then increases crit damage by 20%. That's pretty good. And then it has this little modifier that does, you know, a small AoE attack, dealing 125% physical attack damage, right? Um, so, you know, like in general, I can see that these weapons are pretty good and they're pretty strong, and I would use them. I just don't have characters who can use them yet, right? So I wasn't really disappointed. I was like, okay, I can use this eventually, you know. But if you don't have that attitude and you just think like, oh, I pulled this, like it's trash, not what I wanted. I want this because this is the best shit ever, then like I don't think it's a good idea to pull from that banner, you know? Um, so yeah, so you know, if you're gonna pull from the weapons banner, like I would consider these things, right? But you know, if we look at the math, right, like I know that like 0.25% sounds like nothing, but then if we look at like the ratio, right, like per average, if you have average, let's say, you know, you know, the probability of like how you pull things is like average, right? Then, you know, you're gonna save, you know, 30 bucks per 200, you know, or, you know, 15%. And so, yeah, like, I think it can be valuable to pull from the weapons banner, but only pull from it if you're fine with both consolidation prizes. Don't pull from the banner if you only want one thing. I think it's fine to, like, to pull from it and be like, oh, I really, really want this, but I'll also be happy if I get this, you know? Then it's okay. But don't pull from it if you're like, I really want this, but the other one's trash. Like I'm not gonna use it because then like there's a 50% chance that you're gonna be really disappointed, you know? Because when I was pulling for on that banner, I was, you know, every time I got Wolf's Gravestone, I was like, yeah, sweet, Wolf's Gravestone, like that's dope. And then every time I got the book, I was like, sweet, I got the book too because I wanted both. So yeah, so you know, think about these choices before you pull, and yeah, so that's about it for the video, and thanks for watching.